Hey everybody, another video here for you today. Did a video earlier. Been looking at some pics my daughter sent me from Lake Street in Minneapolis. Oh boy. Going down to China today. I've talked a lot about underwater cities. Well, here's another one today. Here is Lake Qiandao today. This was created in 1959 when a dam was built. We've heard this story. This is known as Lake of 1,000 Islands. You can see here when the waters flooded this area, the way the land formations were. Created all these islands here. That's a pretty cool view there. The lake here covers 221 square miles. I think it was right down in this area here where an ancient city was flooded, right down in this area, somewhere down here. Let's take a look. Here it says the valley was flooded in 1959. Here's the dam that created this huge reservoir lake. Some of the boats used to get around. There's a pic over 60 years old. The city got started here about 1,300 years ago, they say. Then the ancient ruins were built around and then flooded, but these stone ruins survived under the lake. Here's people evacuating Shi Cheng before the dam was completed here. Here's Atlas Obscura. I've used them before. Shi Cheng, China's very own Atlantis, is an ornate dynastic city resting at the bottom of a lake. Here they give a look at the underwater ruins, view of the lake. It says, hidden beneath the waters of China's Qiandao Lake is a collection of ornate historical buildings dating back to the 2nd century. So that is different than the other website I read. But this city, known as Shi Cheng, was not drowned under any mysterious circumstances, but rather to make room for the march of energy progress. Built during the Eastern Han Dynasty, which lasted from around 25 to 200 of the current era, the regal city of Shi Cheng, which loosely translates to Lion City, was named after Wuxi Mountain, which rose behind it, and which itself translates to 5 Lion Mountain, and probably why you see a lot of lion symbolism in this ancient sunken structure here. Here's the underwater ruins here. Some very cool architecture right there. These ruins are about 30 to 40 meters under the water here. After talking about underwater cities, I had about 3 or 4 requests for this video. Here's a diver diving on these ruins down here. These were discovered, I believe, about 7 years ago. Here's another look at some ruins, a pathway, maybe some stone foundations or something found down here. Here's another photo coming from the ruins down here. I will leave a few links below. Very cool architecture found in these buildings down here, for sure. Here's one of the intricate carvings found on the building when divers found this lost city under the waters here. I was glad to get the request for this video, even some wooden things found under here. But I've talked about maybe, I don't know, 24 sites that we've lost to dam construction at least. Some in ancient America, some different parts of the world. Here's one from China. The story is the same all over the world pretty much. Here's another website showing some of the ruins down here. It says Lion City had 5 city gates, each with a tower. Before it was buried beneath the water, Shi Cheng City had 6 main stone streets that were used to connect every corner of the city. 60 years ago, the city disappeared, I guess, in one day. That's all it took to submerge it. But underwater ruins are always a little fascinating, a little mysterious. That is a video on the underwater city of Shi Cheng, located somewhere in this region, under the waters of Lake Qiandao in China. We have lost a lot of sites to dam construction, some very ancient, some, I don't know, relatively modern in the big sense. But that is a video coming from China here. More underwater ruins. Jennifer, you stay out of Minneapolis tonight. Hope you thought that was interesting. You all have. Very safe.